Here we have a problem with central angles and chords and tangents. There's kind of a lot going on here. We want to find the measure of arc DE. Let me just mark that on here. So DE, that's this arc right here. And we want to find the measure of an angle EDF. So this angle right there. So there are a couple of ways to go about doing this. We've been given one fact that the angle DCE, that's this one, is 136 degrees. And I think the easiest first step here is to notice that this angle intercepts that arc, and it's a central angle. And we know that whatever the measure of the central angle is, that's the measure of this arc. So that part, pretty easy. The measure of arc DE is 136 degrees. Now, angle DF. One thing to notice about that is DF also intersects that same arc. But this is a type of angle we haven't seen before. We've seen central angles and we've seen inscribed angles that start from one end of the circle and exit at the other end. Here we have an angle that's formed by a chord. This is the chord, and a tangent. And those angles work just like inscribed angles. So if this arc that it intercepts is 136, we're going to have exactly half of that in here. So this angle right here should be 68 degrees. Now, if you didn't know that, you could have figured this out in another way. And let me show you how. I'm going to erase, well, let me do something here. I'm going to erase some of our notes here so it's a little bit clearer. So we started out knowing that this was 136 degrees here. One other thing you can know is that this is an isosceles triangle. Both of these lines, DC and EC, are radii, so they're the same length. What that means is that you have just a 180 minus 136 degrees left. That's 44. So each of these angles in here is 22. You also know that this line is tangent at D, so what you get then with a radius here is a 90-degree angle. So this angle is 90 degrees. This little portion of it is 22, so this portion must be 68. So in both those ways, you could come to an understanding of what that angle is there. So that is a little bit of work with central angles and chords and tangents.